Many people believe that eating fruit in the morning is a healthy choice. However, for men over the age of 60, this habit may backfire. Certain common fruits, such as bananas, grapes, mangoes, watermelon, orange juice, pineapple, and dried fruits, contain high amounts of sugar and are digested quickly, which can cause a sudden spike in blood sugar levels. This leads to a strong insulin response, disrupting hormonal balance, suppressing testosterone, and narrowing blood vessels, especially those essential for erectile function. Over time, this silently weakens male vitality, reduces libido, and gradually erodes performance. What's particularly concerning is that because these effects develop slowly, many mistake them as natural signs of aging. However, the real culprit often lies in the food choices made each morning. To protect sexual health, men should avoid consuming these fruits on an empty stomach. Instead, they should prioritize a breakfast rich in protein, healthy fats, and blood sugar stabilizing foods such as eggs, avocado, or unsweetened yogurt. Small changes can yield significant benefits. 7 fruits to avoid in the morning. 1. Banana. Bananas, especially ripe, soft ones, have long been considered an ideal breakfast option due to their convenience and high potassium content. However, for men over 60, eating bananas in the morning on an empty stomach may quietly harm their sexual health in ways few expect. As bananas ripen, the natural sugars in them, particularly glucose and fructose, increase significantly. Consuming ripe bananas right after waking causes these sugars to be rapidly absorbed into the bloodstream, triggering a sudden insulin spike. This is a serious issue for older men, as high insulin levels not only hinder the production of testosterone, the key male sex hormone, but also reduce nitric oxide production, which is critical for dilating blood vessels. The result is poor blood flow to the genitals, leading to decreased erectile function and declining sexual desire over time. Most people don't connect their morning banana habit with reduced performance. Initially, there might only be a mild loss of morning arousal, but over time, this can lead to a serious decline in vitality. Advice: men over 60 should avoid eating bananas on an empty stomach, especially soft, ripe ones. If you still want to enjoy bananas, pair them with protein-rich foods like eggs, Greek yogurt, or healthy fats like avocado to slow sugar absorption. Ideally, eat bananas after lunch when blood sugar levels are more stable. 2. Grapes. Grapes are small, convenient, and often considered a healthy snack. However, for men over 60, eating grapes in the morning, especially on an empty stomach, can quietly have negative effects on sexual health that often go unnoticed. Despite their small size, grapes contain a high amount of natural sugars, mainly glucose and fructose. Due to their high water and sugar content but low fiber, grapes are rapidly digested, causing a quick spike in blood sugar just minutes after consumption. This sudden rise in blood glucose triggers an insulin response to rebalance the system. For older men, this insulin surge may suppress testosterone production, the hormone central to sexual desire, performance, and erectile strength. Moreover, elevated insulin levels can constrict blood vessels, limiting blood flow to the genitals. The effects of eating grapes may not be immediate, but repeated daily consumption in the morning can gradually weaken sexual function. Unfortunately, this gradual decline is often mistaken for natural aging. Advice: men over 60 should avoid eating grapes on an empty stomach. If you want to enjoy grapes, have them after a protein-rich meal, such as eggs, fish, or unsweetened yogurt, to slow sugar absorption, prevent insulin spikes, and maintain hormonal stability. This way, you can still enjoy grapes without compromising masculine health. 3. Oranges. Orange juice has long been seen as the symbol of a healthy breakfast. Rich in vitamin C, delicious, and easy to drink. However, for men over 60, starting the day with a glass of orange juice may be a critical mistake that unknowingly harms their sexual health. In reality, orange juice is not just fruit juice. It's essentially liquid sugar, containing high levels of natural sugar. When oranges are juiced, their natural fiber is almost entirely removed, allowing the sugar to be absorbed very quickly into the bloodstream, especially when consumed on an empty stomach. The result is a sharp spike in blood sugar, which prompts a strong insulin response. In older men, this repeated pattern each morning can suppress testosterone and reduce nitric oxide production, both of which are essential for erectile function and sexual desire. Additionally, elevated insulin levels constrict blood vessels, reducing blood flow to sensitive areas. This leads many men to feel weaker over time without realizing that their daily morning orange juice might be the cause. Advice: avoid drinking orange juice on an empty stomach. If you enjoy oranges, eat the whole fruit instead. The fiber slows sugar absorption, stabilizes blood sugar, and protects hormone balance. Better yet, start your morning with plain water or a protein-rich breakfast to naturally and sustainably support sexual health. 4. Watermelon. Watermelon is a beloved fruit, especially on hot days, thanks to its sweet, refreshing taste. For men over 60, watermelon is even believed to benefit sexual health due to its content of citrulline, a compound known to support better blood flow. However, when consumed improperly, especially on an empty stomach or in excessive amounts in the morning, this seemingly healthy fruit can quietly harm male performance. The issue lies in its composition. Watermelon has a relatively high natural sugar content and is about 92% water, making it very quickly digested and absorbed. When eaten on an empty stomach, the sugars in watermelon rush into the bloodstream, causing a rapid spike in blood sugar and insulin levels. For older men, this insulin surge leads to reduced testosterone production and lower nitric oxide levels, both of which are crucial for sustaining erections and sexual performance. Furthermore, because watermelon doesn't create a lasting feeling of fullness, it may cause quick energy drops after eating, resulting in fatigue, reduced mood, and increased sugar cravings to regain energy. Though the harm may not be immediate, daily consumption in this way will gradually weaken sexual function, often going unnoticed. Advice: if you enjoy watermelon, eat it in small amounts and only after a protein-rich lunch. This helps stabilize blood sugar, avoid hormone disruption, and preserve steady sexual vitality over time. 5. Mango. Mango is a tropical fruit with an irresistible sweet aroma, juicy texture, and often associated with vibrant summer memories. Many consider mangoes a healthy and nutritious treat. However, for men over 60, eating mangoes in the morning or on an empty stomach can unintentionally harm sexual health, a fact few suspect. Mangoes contain a large amount of fructose, a natural sugar that, when consumed in excess, especially by older individuals with slower metabolism, can lead to fat accumulation in the liver. Fatty liver not only impairs liver function, but also directly lowers testosterone levels, which are vital for maintaining libido and male sexual performance. Moreover, mangoes have a high glycemic index and are digested rapidly. When eaten on an empty stomach, they can cause sharp spikes in blood sugar, followed by strong insulin responses. This not only leads to fatigue and energy crashes, but also suppresses testosterone, gradually diminishing sexual function over time. Worryingly, because mango is widely regarded as healthy, very few suspect it could be a hidden cause behind declining male vitality. Advice: if you love mango, have it as a dessert after lunch, when your body has already absorbed protein and fat to help stabilize blood sugar and reduce hormonal impact. Never eat mangoes on an empty stomach, especially in the morning. 6. Pineapple. Pineapple is a favorite tropical fruit known for its sweet, sour flavor and refreshing qualities. Many people believe pineapple is excellent for health due to its high vitamin C content and digestive benefits. However, for men over 60, eating pineapple in the morning on an empty stomach may negatively affect sexual health without their awareness. Although it's a natural fruit, pineapple contains very high sugar levels. The concerning part is that it's low in fiber, meaning the sugar is absorbed extremely quickly into the bloodstream. When consumed first thing in the morning, especially on an empty stomach, blood sugar spikes abruptly, triggering a powerful insulin release. In older men, this insulin surge can disrupt hormone balance, lowering testosterone, the key hormone that governs sexual desire, erectile ability, and overall masculine vitality. In addition, high insulin levels lead to blood vessel constriction, reducing blood flow to the genital area. These effects don't show up immediately, but gradually cause fatigue, reduced libido, and loss of male vigor, symptoms often mistaken for normal aging. Advice: men over 60 should avoid eating pineapple on an empty stomach, especially in the morning. If you want to enjoy pineapple, eat it after a meal rich in protein when blood sugar is more stable. This allows your body to absorb nutrients effectively without compromising sexual health. 7. Dried fruits. Dried fruits such as raisins, dates, and dried apricots are often seen as convenient, natural, and healthy snacks. However, for men over 60, these can be a sweet trap, silently harming sexual health if consumed improperly, particularly in the morning on an empty stomach. During the drying process, most of the water content in the fruit is removed, leaving behind concentrated sugar. This essentially turns dried fruits into natural candy, packing high sugar levels into even small servings. When eaten in the morning without a buffer of protein or fat, the sugars in dried fruit are absorbed very rapidly, causing a sharp blood sugar spike, followed by an intense insulin response. In older men, these fluctuations can suppress testosterone production, disrupt hormonal balance, and reduce nitric oxide, a compound essential for healthy blood flow to the genital area. These effects aren't felt immediately, but if repeated daily, can lead to reduced sexual function, lower libido, and a slow decline in masculine performance. Worse yet, because dried fruits look so healthy, most people don't connect them with sexual decline. Advice: if you enjoy dried fruit, eat a very small amount, only after a full meal that includes protein and healthy fat to slow sugar absorption. Never use dried fruits as a breakfast replacement, especially on an empty stomach. This simple habit can go a long way in protecting your sexual health over time. Healthy morning alternatives. To protect sexual health and maintain vitality after the age of 60, men must pay special attention to breakfast, the meal that kickstarts the day and heavily influences hormonal balance and blood circulation. Instead of starting your day with sugary fruits or juices that spike blood sugar and insulin, you should choose foods that stabilize blood sugar, support testosterone production, and improve blood flow. One of the best options is eggs, a rich source of protein, choline, and vitamin D, all of which naturally boost testosterone. Pair them with avocados, which provide healthy fats, omega-9 and omega-3, that benefit cardiovascular health and circulation. Additionally, unsweetened Greek yogurt is an excellent choice, as it contains probiotics for digestive health and protein for blood sugar regulation. If you still crave some fruit in the morning, choose low-glycemic berries like blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries. These fruits are high in antioxidants and fiber, support circulation, and don't cause sudden blood sugar spikes. However, eat them in moderation, ideally paired with yogurt or protein-rich foods. Most importantly, start your day with a glass of water instead of fruit juice. Water activates metabolism, aids detoxification, and keeps the blood thin, improving circulation to all organs, including the genitals. These small morning adjustments can lead to major improvements in sexual health and overall quality of life. Final thoughts. Fruits like bananas, grapes, mangoes, watermelon, and orange juice aren't inherently harmful. In fact, they are rich in vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants beneficial to overall health. The real issue lies in the timing and method of consumption. When men over 60 eat these fruits on an empty stomach in the morning, the high sugar content easily spikes blood sugar and insulin, suppressing testosterone, reducing blood flow, and silently impairing sexual function. This process unfolds gradually, making many men believe it's just natural aging. However, by simply tweaking a few morning habits, like avoiding sweet fruits on an empty stomach, and instead choosing eggs, avocado, unsweetened yogurt, berries, and water, men can significantly boost testosterone levels, enhance energy, and regain confidence in daily life. What truly matters is a correct understanding of nutrition, listening to your body, and staying informed. With the right knowledge and a few adjustments, men over 60 can maintain strength, vitality, and fulfillment regardless of age.